Hey everybody, Ground RC here. I just wanted to let you guys see get a little more info on my custom build here that I built quite a while ago. It's been an ongoing thing for, I don't know, 20 years or something. And I got into RC way back in the day when the RC10 first came out. So I've been in it for a while, and, you know, it's fun. Love wrenching on them, and working on them, driving them. Love it all equally, you know. A lot of satisfaction in building something. Anyway, all right. This is what I call Bone Snapper. Being that you know, through all its stages, I've snapped many dog bones on this thing. I've got MIPs in there now, CVDs, and they've been holding up good. And plus, there's no chance of them popping out because they're connected on one end, you know. And they're only floating on the dog bone end. And I don't know if you can see. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. As you can see there, it's got a stealth transmission in it, an RC10 stealth transmission, and I put a custom gear reduction on here. This is a Thorpe Frog, Tamiya Frog counter gear. You know, I've had it for forever, and bolts right in there. There's no way you could gear low enough to run big tires like this through this stealth tranny. But this works perfect. I get good run time. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it does the job and it's cool. Got an old Rooster speed control in there. Not a Super Rooster. It's a Rooster. And it does okay. The only bad thing is it's got a like a 3-second delay before reverse kicks in from brake. So you hit the brake and then 3 seconds later you get full speed reverse. Which in this vehicle it's kind of fun because it's just two-wheel drive and it just spins them. Let's see what else. This is RC10 sprint car chassis, and as you can see, I thought you know, this first started out, it was graphite chassis, and you know, it didn't look really anything like this. And I was running an MIP transmission with a gear diff in it. Ball diff doesn't really, you know, it's too small. It's not quite beefy enough to turn big donuts like these. But I've got it fairly tight, and it will pull wheelies, so it's good. It's still nice and smooth. Let's see what else. It's got an old Airtronic servo in it. I think it's metal geared. You know, another 20-year-old item. Just found laying around in all my junk. And it's adequate. Does the job. Turns these IMEX. These are what IMEX Rubicons, I think is what it says. And anyway, I wanted a tire that you know, was close to the same diameter as the rears, and I think it matches up pretty good. Plus, it gives me good ground clearance, as you can see. And you know, it's a little short, a little longer wheelbase would be cool. I'm thinking about maybe putting a 10T front end on it. That would lengthen it out a little bit. And narrow this part, give me longer arms, but that's you know, not something that has to be done, and I've thought about it. Probably never do it. Let's see what else. I'm running a LiPo battery, 5,000 mil LiPo, and the thing with this is, let me zoom in on this. As you can see, the gears there. There's no option to change gearing. That's it. So I had to go through all my armatures and try this one, try that one, and some were faster than this, but they'd get hot. And turned out, I believe this is a 28 turn armature in an old Kyosho 480 gold can. And I've got a lathe, so I can turn the armatures. I've got tons of brushes. So this one seemed to be the best for the performance, and it didn't get hot. And good run time. Didn't seem to be overtaxing the motor. And like I said, this isn't a speed racer or anything. It's just it's just a hobby, just something to mess with. Let's see, the wheels. Front wheels are aluminum Blackfoot wheels. I don't remember Seas. I think Seas was the brand. I think. Anyway, they're painted aluminums, so I wanted them all to match. Plus they were all what's the word? Not corroded, but they weren't looking good. So I painted them. Got a little chip there. And the rears, it's a Clodbuster wheel and tire. And let's see if I can get the angle in here for you. And there we go. There's the what that is. It's a Clodbuster wheel with a narrowed Tamiya Blackfoot wheel glued into the Clodbuster wheel. It fit in there perfectly, centered up perfectly, so that was good. And the glue I'm using is it's a Tester's glue. It's a clear stuff that actually, depending on the plastic, it actually melts, like welds the two pieces together. And these have been glued for like 20 years. And one came unglued once, re-glued it and haven't had a problem. The other one has never come apart. And then I've got adapters on there, RC10 to Blackfoot adapters. I had some problems out of those cracking, because it's a monstrous torque of this gear reduction. And so I ended up cleaning the paint off, and they happen to be made out of the right type of plastic to where this glue worked good on those also, and I glued the adapters right onto the wheel, so it's all that is all one piece, and it cured that problem. It's gives everything strength, and then they just bolt right on. Got a nice access hole in there to get to the nut. It's I forget what they call it. It's it's a special kind of nut, long hollow nut. Can't think of the name of it right now. Let's see what else. Clodbuster rear tires. They're really soft and thin, lightweight, which they work great on this because this thing doesn't weigh anything. And RC10 shocks all the way around. Of course, it's an updated radio, of course, 2.4 gigahertz. Don't want to go back since I since I discovered the 2.4 gigahertz. It's really sweet. No glitches or anything. These receivers are only like $6 or something like that. It's a FlySky 3T or GT3B radio is what I'm using on all my vehicles except for the Summit. I'm using the stock radio on it. These are just some old Ram lights. They're not LEDs. They don't work. They're just on there for looks. And let's see, what else is there? Running a 9-tooth pinion. I think I already showed you guys that. 9-tooth pinion. So it's geared pretty low, get good run time, and it does really good for a two-wheel drive vehicle. A little air in the shocks there, but yeah, you know, it's cool. It's cool, and you know, I got the satisfaction of building it myself. And this whole idea came around. This was before the Clodbuster even came out. The RC10 had come out. There wasn't anything, such thing as a Clodbuster yet, and I wanted to build some kind of truck where I could cruise around through the grass and, you know, just trails and get good run time, run bigger tires, and that's when I came up with the gear reduction, and it's flawless. It works perfect. Oh, the motor mount here is it's a light speed, or a light sync they call it. Yeah, light sync. It's the aftermarket for RC10s. And what it does, I don't know if you can see the bottom. I can't tell if you can see that. At the bottom motor mounting hole is two of them, and you can use the outer one. And then it puts the motor just in the right position. You got to have this, you know, no grinding or anything involved with this motor mount. And the location of this I don't know, idler gear, whatever you want, counter gear, screws right into the dust cover hole. And I tapped it out, and this is a front axle from a Tamiya vehicle. I don't know which one, but it's like a 5mm axle. And it's all bearinged. As you can see, it's pretty sweet. You know, I had to reverse the rotation on the motor. And yeah, once you screw that in, depending on the transmission, like if you use old 6 gear, which I wouldn't recommend using, because I've got a metal idler gear in here too from, say, RC10 GT idler gear from Robinson Racing. Because yeah, sure enough, the idler gear went out and they stripped the teeth right off of it. But I've got a metal idler gear in the tranny now. I got titanium top shafting gear. But yeah, this just screws right into the dust cover, the gear cover hole, and then you just mount up, try different size spur gears to see which one fits. This is a 52, and I believe on the when I first built it with the MIP tranny, I used a 54, and I tried it with the 6 gear tranny and a 54 lined up, but the 6 gear tranny, you couldn't, the idlers, the idler gears being a single bearing, and you know, just not near as good as the Stealth tranny here. This is a 52, and yeah, you guys should check out I'm going to add some running video at the end of this, so you guys can just kind of check it out. I want to build like some, you know, maybe some, I don't know what, maybe some tin or Lexan plates, and maybe some kind of little, you know, it's a work in process, and this is where it's evolved after 20 years. But, it's sweet, and thanks for checking out my video, and now we'll move on to the running video, and subscribe and like, and keep checking out, because I got a lot of stuff. I'm kind of new to this video deal, but it'll get better as it goes. I don't have much of a workspace here, and I'm not real, first time I've ever been talking to myself on camera like this. So, but yeah, I've got a lot more coming, so stay tuned. Later.